a really fun game. It's a fun game when you can't do anything. I mean, you can't even play the game, so I mean, what's it fun? I mean, it's not even a real fighting game, Joe. I mean, everything's so clunky, I can't even use the controls. When I use up B, it's just giving me a regular B.
Hank. The problem is, when you're fighting with Min, you gotta think like the noodle. You gotta use your noodle to become one with Min's ramen. You know what I mean? Which is why we're making Min's ramen on this week's episode of Chef 64. Hey, you know who else likes ramen? Our good old buddy Ben. Yeah, our buddy Ben, he likes noodles. Hank, remember Ben was telling us the one time about how he loves going to like the hibachi place to get like pan-seared noodles or noodle udon or ramen noodles, or he likes eating noodles at the Olive Garden too, pasta carbonara. Ben, don't you like noodles, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Can I give you a little kissy?
No.
On this week's episode, we're making a simple ramen. Now, normal ramen is quite the process and takes all day long. We're going to do a ramen that supposedly only takes about an hour to cook. So this is what you need. You're going to need some chicken breasts, some butter, some shiitake mushrooms, green onions, olive oil, soy sauce, ginger, salt, eggies, mirin, which is a sweet rice vinegar, garlic, sesame oil, black pepper. It calls for chicken stock, but I am going to use bone broth because I think it tastes better. And then finally, you want some packs of ramen. My suggestion for you is to get a higher end pack of ramen and not just top ramen or cup of noodles, because it'll be a little bit better. Woo! Let's make some ramen. We're gonna start with this ramen recipe. Ben's handling roasting the chicken breasts. Hank is on the camera. I'm in charge of the broth. Ben, your part takes the longest. What are you gonna do for this chicken that we bought from Aldi? What are you gonna do?
Well, Joe, as you said, I'm gonna bake the chicken.
Step one, easy.
I think you like splashed a little bit of like the chicken juice on me. I think you like splashed it out of the package. It's like moist. Alright, so a very important part of the chicken cooking process, they don't tell you this, but you got to take it out of the package. So once you bake it, you're not going to get all that styrofoam taste in there. It's a little pro tip they don't tell you about.
Cook that chicken!
Cut the chicken! Get out of here!
Step number one for the broth. We're gonna put our sesame oil in the pot, and we're gonna cook it with the ginger and garlic to soften her up a bit. So I'm gonna do that. Ben's gonna continue chicken. Hank, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep filming magic, boys.
Cook your ginger and garlic.
Alright, so we got our little spice blend here, which is just a simple blend of salt, pepper, and a little bit of chili powder. And very simple, just sprinkle that on, a little sprinkle. And gotta make sure you pat it on there real good. And after just a little drizzle of olive oil, it's ready to go into the oven at 420. This is like a real quick and fast method. 420, about like 20 minutes, and it is perfectly crisp on the outside and tender on the inside, and it's mwah.
So next, for the broth, you want to cut your shiitake mushrooms into little bite-sized chunks. Next, we need another half cup of green onion. So if you're having Funyun, cut some onion.
Now, while Joe's making his little ramen dish, I'm going to do a fun little experiment. Because you see, the thing is, the fun thing about Min is that she's got noodles for arms, and her arms hit people. So I thought it'd be fun to boil up a bunch of noodles and see what noodle hits the hardest when I slap people with it. So we're just gonna boil up some noodles in this pot, and I got some noodles, and we're gonna boil them. Okay.
So right now,
so I've got these little
making
noodles
sure
here, and
that
I'm gonna
the
put these in
ginger
the
and
thing,
the
and I've got
garlic
a
is
couple of
heated up
noodles
in the
here that I'm
oil to
gonna
soften
use.
up, and then we'll put the rest of the ingredients in. Once your ginger and garlic has softened up a bit in the oil, we're gonna add our mirin. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway, that, and we're gonna add our soy sauce as well. It's your boy Soy at the bone broth.
Forgot to keep track of when I put this in.
Looks good.
All right, check it. I boiled a couple of noodles, and we're gonna see which one is the most effective weapon against people with other arms that aren't made of noodles. So I got a few options here. We're gonna try this lasagna noodle and see whether or not Henry can withstand the pain test. Ready? Ready? You ready? All right, I'm gonna hit you. You ready? All right. Next up, whole wheat lasagna noodle. This one's longer, beefier, and healthier. Ready? Next up, egg noodle. Trophy of the Amish. Powerful fighting combo. Ready? That hurt?
Nah.
Next test. Macaroni noodle. Alright, we're gonna get a close-up on this one. Taste the pain. Ready for the last one? This one, you know, honestly, I don't really remember. I think it said it's from a sweet potato. Does that look like it's from a sweet potato to you?
Looks more like a glass noodle.
It is a glass noodle, but it's long, stretchy. In fact, we're gonna get an across the room shot. It's like one of those hands.
Yeah, yeah.
Sticky boys.
Which one hurt the worst, Henry?
Wheat.
And the winner is. Alright, and after about 20 minutes, chicken should be nice and to temperature. Just gonna stick a little meat thermometer in here, do a little test. Alright, it should be around 165. That's about right. When I was in college, I used to eat those ramens just like dry, like brick. Tasty. You know? Not even like needing a season or anything. If you're one of those people who likes just eating crackers, like dry, like fancy crackers, ramen's your deal. Ramen is your deal.
Alright guys, so we've put in our ramen soup into the bowl. We've sprinkled our green onions on top. Ben has assembled his chicken on top. We cut our eggs in half to put them on. Usually you want a runnier egg, but we didn't have time for that. And then last but not least, if you'd like, you can garnish your ramen with a little bit of seaweed. Alright, and last but not least, Hank and Ben are going to be taste testing the ramen, seeing how it turned out. Alright boys, it seems like you're enjoying the ramen. For any of you guys want to make it at home, quick, easy, only took us about an hour long. Final thoughts on the ramen, boys?
Well, you know, I think
We're being a really quick dish.
Probably
That's not going to take us
takes a short
24
amount of
hours.
time, you know, so
It's a really great combo.
But I
You
mean,
know, you can
the
do
mushrooms
it
in
in
there
just a
too
couple
are
hours.
one of the best parts.
The mushrooms are really, really great. Shiitake is an underrated mushroom
you know,
for
the
Americans,
chicken-
but
Yeah, man, yeah. You got it. See? All you had to do was become one with the noodle, and then you'd understand how to play as Min-Min, right? How's it feel, man?
Yeah, it feels pretty good, actually.
Yeah? Good.
Smash the sucks.